How's it going out there? This is Feed Your Mind. In today's video, we're going to discuss whether it's a dome or a level firmament above us. And stick around to the end of the video where we discuss the top 5 proofs of the dome firmament as well. And so before we get started, make sure you like this video right away, and also make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. And also, the views and opinions expressed in this video do not reflect the platforms you're listening to this information on. So let's get started with the shape of the firmament. And so traditionally, people that believe in the level earth usually say that there's a firmament above us for the most part, and most would agree that the firmament's most likely a dome shape. There's even biblical passages that actually use the word dome instead of firmament, as we discussed in my Secret History of the Bible video. And so another clue that the earth might be a dome shape is when you look at a rainbow, the rainbow appears as a three-dimensional dome reflection, as we discussed in my Rainbows Are Not What You Were Told video. But those of us in the Level Earth community also are aware that there is multiple explanations for various things that we witness and observe on this earth. And so there's other hypotheses for a rainbow being in the curved shape. And people like Jeranism have made videos about this theory as well, where there's a hypothesis of a personal dome theory, where the limit of your eyesight curves because of the vanishing point line, where the sky meets the land at a distance. And so the limit of your eyesight somewhere around 3 miles. So basically at that 3-mile vanishing point where the sky meets the land, according to the personal dome theory, this limit would bend light into a dome shape just based off the distance of your limit of sight. And so instead of things really curving, it actually would just appear that way. And so with this alternate theory, we can now question whether or not the firmament above us is a dome shape or is it actually level? Because if there is a layer above us, which we're going to discuss much more in my next video, where we discuss what is outside the firmament, stay tuned for that and make sure you have your notification bell on so you don't miss it. And so with the level firmament hypothesis, it could kind of make sense because as we discuss in my Proof Earth is Level and Flat playlist, we cover plenty of evidence that there is no measurable curvature that can be confirmed on this earth. And so if what is beneath our feet is level, is it possible that what is above our heads is level as well? Could the firmament above us actually be the ground beneath the layer above us? Could Earth be the layer between heaven and hell, or anything similar to that type of hypothesis? This is pretty much the theory of Dante's Inferno and the movie The Platform, with the higher planes reaching a more paradise level, and the levels beneath you would be progressively worse. And these layers could possibly go on for infinity. But like I said, we'll brainstorm more about that in my next video. Or is the top of our firmament the bottom of another ocean above us? That would be with the level firmament hypothesis. And with the dome firmament hypothesis, there would be an ocean all around the earth, like Atlantis. And we'll brainstorm more about that in my next video as well. And the same thing with beneath the earth, because in my video, Science Baffled by Discovery Under the Earth and Oceans video, we cover evidence of a layer underneath the ocean that no one can seem to get through. So according to the testimony, it looked like there was a lake underneath the oceans. And when they tried to go through that lake, they were not able to penetrate that layer beneath the ocean. And it was somewhere around 8 miles beneath the earth. And that seems to be an issue with drilling and exploration, period, because there's been no documented evidence of anyone ever going further than 8 miles beneath the earth. Does that mean that there's a firmament beneath us as well? And would this firmament be level or curved? And so it comes down to whether you believe that the level earth is contained within a sphere with a dome firmament above and below and the earth in between, or is the earth contained in a stackable petri dish-like container where there would be stackable layers above and stackable layers below? Or maybe you want to say that beneath the earth is level and above the earth would be a dome firmament. Another bonus theory that we might get into in the next video is if perhaps we're living in some type of plane of existence, which would be similar to like a dream world. But like I said, we'll cover more of that in the next video. And so let me know in the comment section below which hypothesis you prefer. Do you think the firmament above us is a dome shape or is it level? And also, do you think a firmament is beneath us as well? And what shape is that? And so as far as the top 5 proofs for a firmament, let's go over those real quick in chronological order. So number 5 would be the rainbows and sundogs, suggesting some type of a firmament above, and also with the multiple layers of a rainbow, where you can see sometimes double or triple rainbows, we can theorize that there's possibly layers above us. And so the number 4 proof of a firmament above us would be that rockets always curve away in all the footage, we don't see the rocket go straight up. We see it curve after it gets to a certain height above us. So they say these rockets curve away to achieve orbit, but we've never seen a demonstration of orbit in real life with our own eyes in a repeatable experiment. And how do we know that these rockets aren't being dumped right into the ocean around the Bermuda Triangle? And so the number 3 proof that there's a firmament above us is Operation Fishbowl, where they were blasting high altitude detonations above the Earth, and it looked like it was hitting something above us. And I'm also going to include in number 3 where the satellite technology was bouncing signals off of the ionosphere. And so that seems to be some type of evidence that there's something solid above us. And so my number 2 proof that there's a firmament above us is the Antarctic Treaty. And the reason why the Antarctic Treaty is my number 2 proof is because Antarctica seems to be sealed off to where you can't go beyond a certain distance. So on a globe ball, that would be the end of the Earth, and you would just go in a circle. But there's been no real documented proof of anyone going beyond Antarctica and coming back up the other side. And so that leaves the question, is there a barrier there, or is there more land there? If it's a barrier there, that would be evidence of the firmament. Also, with NASA being founded around the same time as the Antarctic Treaty, they're both established within about a year of each other. So that goes to suggest that they wanted to secure what is above us so that they could have control over how high anyone would be able to explore without their permission. And so that might also explain the Space Force, to make sure that the private companies are not able to begin to realize that there is a limit to how high this firmament actually goes up. And so with the Antarctic Treaty and NASA, it looks like they are trying to control the firmament barrier of this Earth, both around us and above us. And so my number 1 proof that there's a firmament above us and around us is that air pressure needs a container to contain any type of gas, because if there is a vacuum of space above us, then how would the air not be instantly inhaled by the vacuum of space without some type of barrier that's containing all of our atmosphere? And just like they say, we have a magnetic field around the Earth, and all of the so-called meteors just happen to burn up in the atmosphere. So that means there's something up there that could be considered a barrier above our heads. And so there's many more proofs about the firmament, but I just wanted to go over my top 5 real quick for you. And so for much more information, check out my Proof of the Dome Firmament playlist. I'll leave the link in the comment section and the description box. Visit feedyourmind1.com and share the page with your friends and family for all the latest news, exclusives, links, and much more. Gain access to secret videos, early releases, and sneak peeks at patreon.com/feedyourmind. All links are in the comment section and the description box. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click your notification bell. This has been another episode of Feed Your Mind. Thank you for tuning in. Signing off.